The Fed is expected to inject $3.3 billion into the economy today. At the same time, $280 billion has been wiped out from the U.S. stock market at open today. There's a bit more. The White House is now officially structuring the U.S. strategic Bitcoin reserve. The U.S. already holds 328,000 BTC from asset seizures and won't be selling them. But meanwhile, Congress is now considering a new bill to buy, over the next 5 years, an additional, or perhaps in total, 1 million Bitcoin. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're worried about the way that the Bitcoin price is currently going, if you're worried about this engulfing candle that we've seen recently in the Bitcoin charts here, which I say is very similar to the 2024 move, people don't like to hear it, but I keep reiterating that what we have seen throughout the past couple of months, we can definitely consider a bear market. And sure, there is some potential that this lasts a bit longer, just like back in 2021, where we saw a massive wave of declines, just like all the way back in the 2018 debacle, where we saw massive declines. But I'm also telling you right now that an engulfing candle at the bottom, like we've seen just now, is actually quite rare in a bear market. And the one time that we saw it was actually here in the whole February phase of 2018. Here's the kicker though, that was such a crazy week before that next crazy week. I mean, just that week alone, the volatility was absolutely wild, going down 35% in a week before the next week being up like 100%. All right, that's the Bitcoin prices that we saw back in the 2017, 2018 times. Can't fully compare them, but if you start looking through at every single one of the bottoms, right, and I can quickly identify them, this one is one time where we saw an engulfing candle, sure. But in general, here we missed it, here we missed it, here we missed it, here we missed it, okay? This is just consolidating, didn't really see a bottom. Here we saw one, and that turned out to actually be the start of the next run up. So then we look at every single one of these really bearish phases. So in this case here on the move down, the only one time that we saw one was right here, but that was when the decline started back in 2019, right? Again, where did we really see one? Nowhere really within this move, nothing really worth considering. That's also because even though this is often still considered to be the bear market by some, generally speaking, the bear market ended like December 2018. That's when we saw that engulfing candle move upwards. So essentially, the next big thing we have to look at is 2021. Now, one quick scenario I'd like to point towards is actually this candle right here. If we take a look at the first all-time high that was made, we call it, because that was like basically the all-time high for Bitcoin, right? Once it went down, the first time that we saw an absolutely crazy engulfing candle after bottom was also when we saw the new all-time high, another massive burst, which broke the previous all-time high. Now, during the decline of the 2021 end of bear markets of 2022, we didn't really see a similar sort of pattern. The first time that we saw that was actually here at the beginning of 2023 after a local bottom was made. And actually, we saw it twice with absolutely crazy green candles before the market started to ramp off, or pop off, I should say. But again, it could be that this reaction, the way the market was moving, was a bit different because of all the stuff happening with regards to Luna or FTX at one of those times. Anyway, the point still stands that if we look through again, where are there really some strong engulfing candles? Here's one, and here is yet another one, right, after a bottom. Here, the market didn't really peak too much. That was one occasion, sure. We shrugged that off. Here, yet again, we had a massive engulfing candle at a bottom, and that's again where the next massive wave towards the high took place. And then another massive downwards move. Okay. Where was the next engulfing candle after bottom? Because I don't really consider this to be one, even though it is officially one. It was right here, which again marked the next massive wave upwards for BTC. I'm just pointing out something that I realize a lot of people are missing that I've seen to see today. That we indeed are, again, we've actually seen it twice. Here we saw a massive engulfing candle after the bottom, and the market moved up pretty crazy afterwards. Here we're seeing it again. Right now, another massive engulfing candle. I'm not saying it's a guarantee or anything like that. I'm just pointing out that what we're seeing right now is pretty juicy, just like how this engulfing candle, in this case a bearish one here, and actually this one right here as well, proved the near future afterwards, right? Here we didn't see an engulfing candle, and look what happened. The market actually bounced off of the support. I will tell you that even though it's nice to do all of this stuff manually and taking a look at every single one of these patterns and putting them into a nice little notebook for my own trading, I actually really think most people right now should be doing all this with AI. It's just something I personally think is a lot better, a lot more efficient. And if you want to get started with that, it's absolutely free, 100% free. There's actually a little guide I've made to connect your trading view to Claude, so you can actually start charting in different things. For example, I'm not even sure what exactly the idea was with this strategy right here. I just told Claude to come up with some different things you could chart into a chart. It came up with something, and it came up with a strategy that resulted in $1.8 million over the past, well, decade, but still the idea is cool. Now, there's a lot of vetting that takes place when talking about strategies. Not every strategy is amazing just because there's a high profit amount, and I'll cover that in many more videos coming out over the next couple of days. Matter of fact, I'll probably even post one just before this or just after this, as there's one really on my mind that I want to get out to you guys that is so freaking cool. Okay, maybe I'm going to post that video first, the AI video, and then post this one in a couple of hours. But here, this, for example, is fully made with the power of AI. It's so beautiful that all these CME gap, all these text blocks were all made with AI. And I'm also automatically trading with them over on Blowfin, but give me a couple of days and I'll show you guys exactly how I connected my Blowfin to my AI and also how the trades are doing, because it's taken a little while, but I think I've right now got everything set under control, that it's all automatic, all just perfectly juicy, where I can fully trade using AI. It's really nice. I mean, the system is already set up, but the one I want to teach everybody, it takes a bit of time because I want to make sure that every single guide that I make is really clear and won't allow for stupid mistakes. Anyway, if you're interested in trading at all, the platform I personally trade on for the most part is Blowfin, which I've linked down below. Or nowadays, I actually start to trade a lot more over on Bybit again, but I believe EU users are going to have a hard time on that one. So if you're from anywhere and you don't like to KYC, you don't like to do anywhere, all of that stuff, make sure you check out Blowfin or WeX. These two you can use from anywhere in the world. And the nice thing is you don't have to KYC or anything along those lines, but of course, only do what's allowed in your country. I should add there. Also, remember, nothing I say in these videos is financial advice. Just now, we're spotting this pattern in Bitcoin, right? I'm not pointing it to you because it's a guarantee or anything. All I'm showcasing to you guys is if you just have a strategy, a simple one like this, theoretically speaking, all it takes is for you to stick to it, and it would have worked out well with not that many trades over the past, let's say, decade, the past couple of runs, but it would have resulted in some really good swings, and you would end up with, in my opinion, a crazy good P&L. Now, sometimes it would have been better just to buy and hold. Sometimes there's some slight optimizations you could make. I'm just pointing out there that there are a ton of very simple winning strategies. And one of the ones is just accepting what you're seeing right in front of you. And that every single time that it blinks, which is just a really simple candle here actually, or I should say candle pattern here, sometimes you just have to accept it. One of the most beautiful ones is these engulfing patterns, because it tends to be that whatever the trend is, right? And I really love engulfing. It's my most favorite thing out of all. Whatever the trend is, it tends to continue further. It's just kind of what this is based upon, especially when the strength is there. It's not always the case, as you can see right here, but in combination with a few other things, it's just so beautiful. I like to cover it. I like to talk about it. And you know what? That was it for today's little crypto update. Just a brief one, just talking about what's really going on in the crypto market right now. But there's so much going on. But most importantly, because today's kind of like a medium day where the news itself was not really too wild. The prices are not really doing anything too wild. It was mostly another day where you have to focus and realize that if you're patient enough, good things will happen again. And thank you, 𝗲𝗲 for reminding me of that in the comment section. He said, be patient, it will happen. Shout out to Rick, shout out to Ripples Down Under. Because, yeah, you know, it really takes a bit of skill. It takes some cojones, it takes some balls to be able to wait this out and not fully panic, not sell everything and just never look back. But I really still think that in the end, it will be worth it. It's just for the freaking patient. It's not easy. Never was. But it gets easier over time. I've been doing this for a very long time. Still happy to do it because I know the reward that's sitting behind this wait.